What's up, guys? We're live here. Got our buddy Chris White with us, shock builder, tire groover extraordinaire,
Something like that.
something like that. The only person I know that has more junk cars than me.
They're not all junk.
Well,
Come on.
That's a collection, Billy. That's a collection.
yeah,
Definitely a collection.
we are collectors.
Yeah.
But Jonathan, Tit, that's right. We got a Tit. Anyway, so yeah, we're here tonight. It's colder than shit outside.
We have it warm right now in here, but our teeth will be chattering by the time.
Yeah. If we end early, it's because we got cold.
Yeah. Probably not going an hour and a half tonight like last week.
Yeah, probably not an hour and a half tonight. I'm not drinking beer tonight. I got dark pepper. I was almost thinking about getting some hot chocolate. Yeah, get some coffee or something.
Yeah.
Get coffee out of shit halfway.
He's not drinking beer tonight, but next week we're going to try out. I don't know if you can see the sign in the back room. They're in the back
on the
row, whatever I'm trying to say.
Backboard.
On the backboard. But next week he's going to drink beer for stars.
Yeah, you send us stars. We'll have all the details on that up there. Send stars, chugging beers.
I would do it, but the state of Texas doesn't allow me to right now. So.
Yeah, he can't. So, where's the beer, man? I've been getting fucking heartburn real bad, and every time I drink beer, I get it, and it just sucks. So I just taking a break just because of that mostly.
You're the Jameson, man.
That's what Jesse's like. Just start drinking whiskey, and I'm like. I like where I'm at in life. I don't want to just run it. I know where I'm at. Denny the other night tried to get me to go up to Bubba 33s with him and Travis and stuff, and I was like, dude, I'm not drinking right now or nothing. And anyways, he was like, switch to whiskey. I said, I'd like for y'all to keep inviting me back. I like being friends with y'all. I said, but I'm not doing the whiskey.
That's probably not the true solution.
Yeah.
Although they say alcohol technically is in chemistry, it is a solution. The way it's made, but that's not the right solution.
Yeah, there's a different solution. Yeah, Xander said, don't shake up my beer. Yeah, or my Dr. Peppers. Don't shake nothing up. I think
she was trying last week and it backfired. That's the rumor I heard afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up with that? I don't know if you've seen that. A couple of weeks ago, we had Jesse on. She's bringing me and him both beers. Every time I open up mine, it just foams up. She's like, "Oh no, I didn't shake it up. Whatever." And then Xander sent me a clip from when we was in Australia, and mine did the same thing. But I think they did shake it up on purpose.
That's a boy. That's the first
I
time I've had any
don't know if I should have just been opening the cans upside down because we were down under, but it was fucking up though. It was just foaming up out of the can. That was a weird way down there in Australia because it was like every 2 or 3 beers they was foaming up out of the cans. And I was like, am I doing something wrong? Or are they filling these things up too much? I don't know. But I watch a lot of just coincidentally, it had nothing to do with me go down there, but it's like some Australian stuff. And it's these guys, and they'll say something and then they open up a beer, like different deals or whatever. And every one of those just foams up like that. So I'm like, are they shaking them up or is they're just something that happens to those beers? I don't know.
So were you ever sober on that trip?
Yeah, while I was racing because they breathalyze you.
Oh shit! They got their rules. They got real rules down there.
Yeah, I'd have like 1 beer after the races, and that was it.
Better than our Amish safety we have here.
Yeah. I told them, I said they DQ'd me for no socks. I said, hell, I'm usually barefooted back home. So I don't know. So what have you been up to, man? You got you getting stuff ready for race season for everybody else, I guess?
Yeah, that's what it is. buddy Sean Graham, he pretty much thinks I'm an indentured servant. So he can't call it slavery anymore.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm now done with his for at least a week.
Yeah, at least he erases it.
Yeah, then I might be able to start on mine. But I've been doing good buying cars.
You've been doing good at that for a while, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say that you've been buying better ones in the last few years.
Better.
I know you used to just buy it because it was a good deal.
Yeah. Well, I still do that.
I mean, yeah, but
it's still a good deal. But I actually have a car that's a few miles from here. I'm really not sure where it's at. But James has one of my cars. It's over here close to y'all.
yeah, it's right. He's right up the road.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's at, but I just know I have a car over here. If that counts.
The one he drove down there in Corpus?
Yeah, I ain't seen it since. Which I kind of gave it to him probably.
Clip one of them mics on him,
On which one?
Just on the
Mine or
yours. Stacy says it.
Right. Where did I put this thing? Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, I broke it. What did y'all give me, a lemon? That's a lemon.
What'd you do?
Somebody had it like so come together.
So you fuck up a wet dream. Alright. Yeah, try that one. That one is the one I figured undo.
Alright.
This is what happens when you buy cheap shit. I got these Temu mics.
Hey, that's the only way to do it. Temu is badass.
You see my Temu Bender over there?
Is it good?
Yeah, I think it's as good as any.
It ain't broke yet.
Hey, Temu is good other than you're going to spend at least $100 looking for something for $5.
Yeah.
Like all that free shit, I guess it's just shipping. I don't know. Somehow they say it's free, but it costs me $100 every time I get on there.
That's the only thing that I hate about it. It's just like the pop-ups just keep coming and coming.
Yeah.
And
you just keep spinning. Like
so I bought that bender and I bought a die with it and the die never made it and they were real good about reimbursing. I got that right back on my card, but and so I just bought I don't remember but I bought a brand name die for it. It fit in there and works just fine. So yeah,
they don't mind giving you a refund because they gave me like $5 back for something I ordered. I didn't know it was coming. It's like it was late getting to you, so you get a $5 credit for no reason.
Jesse ordered something for me for Christmas off Instagram. You know, one of those ads. It's probably more sketchy than Temu.
Yeah.
And it just came in the other day, but we haven't found it. They got delivered somewhere. We've yet to find it. We've done some looking around. It's not in any of the usual spots. They're bad about just leaving stuff wherever. I had an intake get left on the hood of just a car sitting out in the middle of nothing, out there. Like, thank God I was down there. Just noticed there was a new box sitting on the hood of this car.
You got to start putting the FedEx sign. Just have a sign for them everywhere to go.
It was weird. I think I bitched about it on Facebook or something, and somebody that I went to high school with commented on there, and they were in charge of our area, and I was like, well, please tell them to quit leaving my stuff at my grandpa's shop that's next door. It's like the grass has grown over the driveway. Like nobody goes over there. He died in 2003, and barely any time anybody ever goes over there. And they were just kept leaving stuff over there. First off, wrong address. You know what I mean? Then it's obvious that nobody goes over there. Like if you're setting boxes on piles of leaves, it's piled up against a door. Probably not nobody's there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I finally got that situated because I was like looking for getting a wrap or something like that. Couldn't find it. It'd be over there. One time I ordered a helmet off Amazon and it was on the porch of my old house, which isn't even my address or nothing. And then that was the week that it snowed so much down here a few years back. So once all the snow started defrosting, I noticed that there's a box with a $500 helmet sitting on my old porch, But
yeah.
What's up, Tyler? But the delivery people just set shit wherever at my place. Usually we got the normal people. They take everything to my Nana's house. That's the central location.
Yeah.
Take it there. She'll distribute it from there. They usually get that down pretty good.
You have a little compound over there.
We got a little compound, family land up there. When I had my school bus, I'd ordered a GoPro, a pretty nice one, and they left it in the school bus. But I knew where it was at. Like they send you the message, hey, you left it. I was like, okay. Well, that works out.
Well, yeah, as long as they send you a message, yeah.
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 So, yeah, but usually they don't. You know, our buddy Colton come over yesterday, and he'd got ordered some bearings and stuff for his new engine for his Enduro car, and he said from Summit. He said he gets there. He said it's been open, and like crank bearings are missing, and some other stuff's missing out of there. And he was like, it's obvious somebody opened it and just picked those things out or whatever.
Right.
But he said, I was trying to look at the picture that they take us when they drop stuff off. He said it was so blurry you couldn't tell if it was open or not.
Yeah. I ship a lot of stuff for my business out, and I have never one time had UPS give me any acknowledgement that they hurt anything. Right? Like stuff will just show up mangled, and they'll be like, "Well, it was packaged wrong to start with," or whatever. I had one. The guy took a picture of it and it was just demolished on his porch.
Yeah.
And we didn't get any kind of compensation for that or any. They're just horrible about.
Well, I was telling you about mailing those wheel rings, and then they found the box, but never found any of the wheel rings. So they're probably at a Goodwill somewhere, a resale shop somewhere.
Post office lost a set of shocks one day.
Oh shit!
And I sent another set. A month later, that first set showed up because I didn't get insurance on it. He's a flat rate box.
Yeah.
So I didn't get insurance. I had $50 insurance. I was like, we'll see if it shows up. Sent another set. He got that on, and then I insure the hell out of everything now. Like I just charge to the customer, but that's what you got to do.
Well, I mean, when you're talking about shocks, there's nothing cheap about them.
No, it's $1,000. So
yeah.
I'm putting anywhere from $800 to $1,000 insurance on everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It costs too much.
Nothing cheap about the race shocks nowadays. Used to, you go to O'Reilly's and get them.
Yeah, Rock Auto, that's where it's at. It's cheap.
I ordered, what did I get out of Centerlink for the wagons from Rock Auto?
Yeah.
You kept telling me about Rock Auto. I was like, I'm on a budget. I'm fixing to see what they got.
It's like a $12.
They did send me the wrong nuts for it. Like it was like, they're fine threaded, part.
Yeah.
And the nuts were like coarse threaded.
Yeah.
One's on there. It's on there. Then the next one, I was like, this don't seem right. What's going on? It stripped itself out, and I was like, motherfucker. And anyway, I got it fixed. But
I love that. I love Rock Auto.
I did do some Loctiting with the coarse thread on the fine thread on that one.
Yeah, as long as you don't run anybody over this year, you should be all right.
Yeah, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm running over somebody for sure. But yeah, so we're trying to get ready for Enduro stuff coming up next month. I know you're pretty much ready. You got to figure out why I don't want to crank.
Why I don't want to start anymore, but we didn't blow it up. It's just it's got a sensor.
Yeah, it's got too many sensors on the LS stuff.
And he messaged me. He's like, I think I'll come over tomorrow. Like, it's -12 tomorrow. It's not really that cold, but I'm like, no, let's don't do it tomorrow.
It is in Texas. That's Texas temperature.
That's Texas.
I'm like, let's wait till next week when it's supposed to be in the 60s and 70s. I'm like, 5 days isn't going to hurt us that bad right now.
Yeah, it does. So, it still gives us time to fix it.
And and then it's been a year, really, I guess, almost since I met Chris at the Solo 275.
Yeah.
He was under red flag sitting up on the outside wall, and I was not under red flag. And it was a little dusty. It was a little hard to see.
In your defense, a lot of people didn't know it was a red flag.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But so I wiped him out. I bounced off him and hit Billy, or bounced off Billy and hit him. One of the two. I don't really.
Yeah, I don't know. It was so dusty that I didn't know that had happened. I just know that somebody had tagged me, and I never even seen y'all wreck.
And and then at that point, I just thought I was laps down. I had somebody else run me completely off of the racetrack. I was working the top side and making time because I was already what I thought was behind from hitting him. And then I went off. And so then I'm really trying to haul ass and make up laps. Come to find out, I was leading at that point. Didn't even know it, but tore the oil filter off. Then 6 or 8 months later, and I'll explain that running with Billy, he doesn't introduce you to anybody. He just assumes that you're going to know everybody he knows when he's lived here all his life. And I've lived here 8 years, but I've only been around the racing crowd 2 or 3 now.
That's been a complaint with me with people for most of my life. You don't ever introduce us.
No, he doesn't introduce you to anybody.
I don't remember their names.
Yeah, he just assumes you know. And so anyway, we're at Boot Hill, and Chris comes up. And I'm walking up, and he's like, "If it isn't the Wagon Slayer," and we laughed because we knew you had to have been sitting on that one for obviously 6 or 8 months.
Yeah, I've been holding on to that one.
Yeah, so. That was pretty good.
And then we were just like, "How come we didn't think of that at any point?" You know?
Yeah. That wagon got slayed for sure.
Yeah, they had to put a rear clip on it and a new transmission bell housing. It broke that. So.
Dang.
It's a pretty good little lick.
Yes.
It was a hard hit.
Yeah.
And my car didn't have much to show for it.
I took it all. Mine was junk.
Yeah. I had to replace the Nerf bar that goes inside my car. That's what I had to replace on
mine. I get watered the fuel cell up. It turned the square one into a teardrop. It was junk.
Yeah. Chris's car looked like a dog being got kicked in the ass.
Yeah, that was.
And he still tried driving it after that.
I did. I gave it a shot, pulled back out there, and made it in turn 1. My father-in-law took me out in my own car that he was driving, so that was the end of that one.
Yeah, well.
Finally gave up after that.
Well, I'm supposed to be driving the father-in-law car there.
Yes, it's still on the trailer. It has not came out the trailer since 275.
Well, I'm not going to Florida like I planned. So I got next week and stuff for me to get with you, get a game plan on getting that thing going, ready for that.
Oh yeah, we'll get something going.
Yeah,
it's worth a shot.
Or we're gonna have any tires for it.
I got plenty of tires. Yeah, whatever stagger you want. It's just gonna be regular groove. I ain't doing no crazy shit.
Yeah, don't do nothing fancy.
That's work.
Yeah.
If I can't mass produce it, I'm not interested.
Are we going to do the 10-inch wheel or 10-inch tires or the 8-inch or 9-inch?
I don't know. Whatever we feel like putting on there. I got everything. I got some old Goodyears too. They look cool on there at least.
Yeah, whatever.
So, those are Holland tires.
Oh yeah.
When it's out on the trailer,
I just like that it's a big. Is it a Monte Carlo?
It's a big Monte Carlo.
Dude, I just love the look of. They look better beat up a little bit.
Well, this one is a fucking tank. Like,
yeah,
I'm telling you, it's got way too much bumper on it, and he hit everything at the 275.
Oh, I seen him.
So it's like it didn't matter who you were, you were not safe from this car.
Yeah,
and he didn't care. He brought it in. Temperature gauge was pegged, and I was like, "Well, I guess we don't care about this motor." Which you really don't. Like,
it's like a 30-year-old motor. Or something.
So I bought this thing, and we didn't know what it was. It's 307 with some huge, heavy dome piston in it. The bearings in it were from '89. You couldn't buy a ring or a bearing for this motor at the time, so we Scotch-Brite it and sent it back. And that motor's made he ran the 600 one year and ran that 275. And the old motor still runs good.
Yeah. Another funny story about it last year when you showed up to the 275, it was like the practice day before. And I go over there, bullshit with y'all, end up helping you put seat belts and a seat in it. Didn't even have none of that in there when you showed up.
I wasn't planning on doing any of that. I was like, because I asked, like, what size seat you want? So, and he told me what size. I was like, well, shit, he didn't show up to mount it, so I then had to mount it at the track.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever even talked to him. He just showed up, raced.
Yeah, he showed up, raced, and left. Like,
yeah, car's hot. I'll see you at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Like it was beyond like water coming out. It was just straight steam coming out of the overflow.
Jesse asked, "What's up, Chris?
What's going on? Where's he at?"
He's over on my side. He's watching on YouTube.
I'm about to say, because was that one of them? You got a girlfriend right there?
Yeah. If somebody wants to go and report Mary Gray, I'm just going to assume that she's not a real person.
You sure she doesn't really want Jonathan?
Maybe she might. Get with her there, John. I don't know. Miss Barbara there said she likes her backdrop. Thanks, we worked real hard on it. Chris, Lee did.
Jesse said he knows Mary. She's good, folks.
He would know it. Billy Cummins says, "I know people by their car number. What's this name thing you're talking about?" I'm that way too. Like, oh yeah, he drives the number 17 factory stock or whatever. And then it's like, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, he's got that blue pickup with with those wheels on it, and he's got the sticker on the back window. You know it when you see it.
Yeah,
it's one of those two,
right?
Or the what sucks is when you get people coming up to you at the races to talk to you, and they know you, know who you are, and you don't know who they are. Well, it turns out because they don't have any pictures of themselves on their Facebook. You might be somebody you talk to all the time.
Yeah.
But you don't know who it is because they don't you don't know what they look like on Facebook. They know you and they expect you to know who they are.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Some people it's like, you might not know me, but I'm okay, well there we go. But
and my mom, I'm assuming that's who was on that side. I can't see that far. But she was famous for at the Moose Lodge over on the coast. I swear all of Bakersfield would go over there on the weekends. And so she would call me and be like, "Hey, there's a guy here that says he knows you." And I'm just like, "No, I'm sorry. I don't. I don't know."
Yeah, tell him I said hi.
Maybe if I saw him, but I'm just like, And
just tell him I said hi. I don't know who it is. I've done that a bunch of times. Just tell him I said hi. I don't know who that is at all.
Yeah.
Chris, out in California, we don't run pull-offs. Out here, like, you got tires. How cutthroat is the pull-off market out here? Because it seems from watching outside like it's pretty competitive.
It didn't used to be. It used to be Gene Border kind of carried everybody. Then Ronnie Humphreys, he got into it after Gene did, and he carried everybody else. Well, once it became Groovin', and Groovin' started last year for this area, and it's became pretty cutthroat.
Yeah.
I try to stay out of it. Like, most people have no idea that I cut that many tires. I mean, we've cut about 300 or 400 tires this year so far.
Wow.
So nobody knows that I'm in the business. Like, I'm always the guy behind the scenes. And I just try to stay out of the people beefing. Like, they're going to do it. They can go.
You're in my territory.
Yeah. So
somebody's going to get Tanya Harding on this.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like.
What's funny is a lot of people that I've seen this time and time again is there'll be something like this going on with, you're in my territory on selling tires or whatever the deal is, and then like the next year or two they're not even doing doing it. They didn't get sick of it.
Yeah.
And they're not even doing it no more. It's like, what the hell was you so mad about? If you're mad, I want you to be mad for years.
Yes.
We kind of had a deal like that out there with Hoosier West. Terry Henry that helped me a ton. He had the tire deal from them. And there was a guy there, and he was a great guy too, good friend. And he had a golf cart business. And so he was somehow got a Hoosier deal for that, and then he started slipping over and buying some of the race tires and selling them and stuff.
Yeah,
and there was always little animosity there. I know, but
Hoosier pisses me off a bunch, but their logo does look cool on the side of a tire on anything that's not a race car. You're like, fuck yeah, that looks badass.
Yeah,
put it on a little golf cart. I've seen them. They're like, hell yeah.
They do have a good logo.
It's a good logo.
You ready to bring the page back, see if we get banned again? Or?
People don't know that I was doing that. That might have been it was a good time in my life there.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
It was a very short time though, wasn't it?
Very short time, but it built up quick. It was almost some legal action probably, but we'll not get into that.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody's still buttered. But my Dr. Pepper is, I don't have to sit in this fucking thing in front of your camera or something. I don't know. Anyway, I like, I'm an American Racer guy. I like the AR 500 is like my favorite tire to run on. I just can't afford them. or that's what I'd probably be running on at the Enduros more.
Yeah.
But like you helped me out with the tires, but I got a whole shed full of tires right now. I was like, I got 20 something fucking tires that are just for my car from this guy. And then Dad's over there going through all his tires, and he's keeping like the ones he's pulling off and putting fresh ones on. And I'm thinking, I wouldn't even keep them. Like I count, he's got like 30 fresh tires in there.
Yeah.
Because every time I see Chris, he's like, yeah, I got a couple more of these tires. Like, fuck, okay.
Hey, the American racers in the pull-off game, you can't give those away. So we can get them for free.
Bullshit, you can. I've been taking them.
Yeah, you're the one that takes them. Like, I get them for free. So, I mean, they have to pay to get rid of them. So I drag them up here for y'all. And,
hell yeah.
And I mean, I've got some on mine, but shoot, I'm least amount of work. Like, if there's already cut tires, I'm going to just go throw them on there. Like,
I'm gonna groove some of mine because I just think that I'm going to need them.
Yeah.
Need them grooved. But
I'm always last minute, so I don't have time.
It might be one of those deals where I have to holler at you, go, hey, my whole arm and everything hurts. Can I come over and use your machine?
Yeah.
I can't feel my fucking elbow, and my palm is bruised.
Yeah, you're
not
set
for
up
doing
and ready.
fun stuff.
Yeah. It's the only way to do it then.
Yeah. I got that old pistol grip fucker, It's like they make the most uncomfortable handle for that thing. I don't understand why they would make it this narrow.
Right.
And knowing that you got to push against it. I've had, I used to paint and powder coat and stuff. And some of those deals there would be uncomfortable. It's like, I got to hold this damn thing all day. I got blisters, and it's just uncomfortable, or straight your hands stretched out. Nobody's 6'5" painting shit that often. There's going to be more people my height doing this. So please, make this a little more comfortable.
They got that little Chinese Van Alstyne you can get on Amazon. About $250. That thing's badass. It'll cook a blade in a heartbeat.
Dude, I need to get one of those.
It's well worth the money.
Yeah.
You can get it on eBay. You can, I'm cheap, so I'll hit them people for lower. Like it says make offer. I'm making an offer. I'm not paying full price.
$50.
Yeah, you hit about $30 lower, they'll come back with like $3 off, and you'll settle about $20.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta really have the time to negotiate.
Yeah, you gotta cut their legs. I've only had one that wouldn't mess with me. Like he's just like, no, forget this guy.
You'd already fucked with him enough.
Probably.
Yeah.
You have you have some shit. The stock Fords.
Crown Vic?
Crown Vic.
Crown Vic.
Yeah, we got some of them.
You got.
Yeah, we've been acquiring pretty good lately. I ended up selling one. I bought one and sold it, so that's a plus. But I've acquired 4 more since then.
So are y'all going to mainly be taking those down to the asphalt track, HMS?
HMP down there in Houston. Yeah, that's our plan for those. And I got a good deal with Owen Pittman. Is I can leave the car there, and I say we can just drive down there and race it, but we usually take a trailer because whatever piece of shit we take usually about to break down. So
you're probably going to bring something back.
Yeah, we got to bring it back anyway. So we bring a trailer with us, and we got a bunch of them that we're trying to build the class down there. We've seen them in Florida, and I talked to Owen. I was like, man, they had like 20 of them things, and they're pretty damn cool. So,
well, that's such an affordable class too, because you can get those things pretty cheap. And then, my input on it is front wheel drive class is fine and whatever, but there's not a lot you can take from that driving wise, or even work setup wise, or anything to any other class. I think, and then so you got Crown Vic's rear wheel drive.
Yeah,
I mean I've drove one. Fuck it, it's you just gotta get it set up. I mean, it's a way better beginner class.
Well, the good thing about them is they're cheap. Like being in Florida, you got to pay $2,000 for a street car to build. You can catch them. Man, I bought this in a trailer park for $600.
Yeah,
and I would have been in it about $1,300 building it, but I cut through the wiring harness. And well, when I cut the wiring harness on the passenger side, I was good. It still cranked, but when I took the security system out on the driver's side, it wouldn't crank after that. So I got on Facebook onto a demolition derby page.
Yeah.
And them guys love Crown Vics too.
Yeah.
So I ordered a demolition derby computer with no rev limiter and the P71 the Interceptor tune. and I ordered a harness $400, and it was plug and play. And like I fired it up, it was on 4 cylinders. Like, man, this thing's junk. Like, what the hell's wrong with it? And I realized I didn't plug in the other half of the motor after about 20 minutes, and as soon as like you're gonna do something stupid with it, it's Crown Vic. So the first thing we do is just try to see if we can find the rev limiter, and it didn't have it. Like, we just had it screaming in the shop. I swear the neighbor's probably pissed because like I'm in commercial area, but there's residential directly across the street. So,
well, you know what to say. Fuck them.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how it is.
I think it was our lady next door over here when we were trying to get this car ready, the 723 for the very first 600 that I went to, and she just come over. It's like 10 o'clock. We're filling all the boxes on the computer with the revving it to try and tune it and whatever, and this lady's just like, how long is this going to go on?
Yeah.
So and to her credit, I was like, not much longer because I'm about tired of hearing it too.
Yeah.
But there even comes a point where it's your own car and whatever, but I'm tired of hearing this son of a bitch also.
Yeah. Come help us fix this damn thing so we can turn it off.
Yeah. Well, that's a bad thing because like my shop, I bought a shop in town, so it's right on the main drag, and we kind of work crackhead hours. Like we don't start till after 4 o'clock and run till midnight, 1 in the morning. So it already looks shady whenever you're in a commercial area that everything shuts down at 5 to 6, and we're working through the night, and they're like, I don't know what's going on. The cops show up.
Why they got so many fucking tires?
Hey, everybody!
Like, you ain't got no more tires than the old house down the road that sells tires.
Oh yeah, that's pretty rough there.
I bought a tire from them one time when I was working over there by you, and because I was like, I got to drive an hour home. I got belt broke on the tire, on the front tire and stuff. Well, I knew I had one bad stud, so I just went and snapped it off, right? Because impact wasn't taking it off. So I just got a breakover bar and just snapped it off. Look, they ain't got to deal with it, Well, come to find out, it was more than one. And I go over there. Well, I left there. He's like, there's only 2 studs left on the 6-load wheel in the front. And he said, it's not gonna work. I can't let you leave. I was like, just trust me. Just put the tire on it. I'm gonna drive slow. I don't have an option right now. I don't have an option.
Right.
And because it's like 6 o'clock. Everywhere else is closed, and nobody else has 15-inch wheels no more, 15-inch tires. I was like, I'm just gonna go, dude. Like, I paid him for the tire and stuff, and he's just like, whatever. I honked out on the next morning way back. I stopped in Tyler and got me some wheel studs, and changed it at the house, and snapped the last 2 off.
That guy actually lives just right up the road from me, over my house, and luckily they collect junk too. Like they got a shit ton of cars.
I believe it.
They collect cars and trailer houses, and they are just steadily. They just stack a house next to it. Like, but hey, they don't complain about all the cars we bring.
Right.
Like, that's good.
I have this old scrap trailer out back, and I had a guy that he's passed away now, but he would haul it off, and he had a flat with it. So I go to help him out, change the flat. I break one stud off. It's 5-lug. I break one stud off. I break the next one off, and I'm just like, dude, how come these are so tight? It's still got the original rear end under it from when it was a pickup. And I break the third one, and I'm just like, I can't break anymore. Yeah. Like that's and so what I do is I try to tighten it to sometimes you can tighten a bolt, and it just comes right. They were left-hand threads. Took me 3.
Oh man.
Yeah, took me 3 studs to figure out that they were left-hand threads on that.
Oh, son of a bitch! I think Volkswagens are like that. The old ones.
Yeah,
the old ones. It seems like.
So that's something I learned is everybody knows a big car, metric car, GM is going to be left-handed thread.
Yeah.
So I built 100 of these GM rear ends. So working on that Crown Vic, I'm over there. I got it. I'm over there tightening the piss out of it because it's left-handed thread, so righty-loosey. I broke off 2 of them. Like, something's not right here. Figured out forward is actually right-hand thread like normal. So Chevrolet's backwards, apparently.
About right. Derek said it's real shady when Chris has men in the closet working. I didn't know Derek went over there and did anything for you.
I try to keep him out back.
Yeah.
Kind of Buffalo Bill style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Billy Cummins said, I wish we had a Crown Vic class here. And what did it say? Del Marva?
Where's that at?
I don't know. Where are you from? Is that North Carolina? They run some at down at some in North Carolina tracks that my team goes to. Yeah, they're definitely entertaining, man. Where the hell is Del Marva at? Let us know. That's an odd name.
Yeah.
I'm probably not even pronouncing it.
North Carolina, it's just, what's that, 14 hours from
Well,
here?
he says down in North Carolina, so he's not South Carolina.
Yeah. He must be out of West Virginia or somewhere up in there.
Oh, Lee's we're rebooting his, I
He
guess.
gave up.
I don't know if we're.
Guess he's out.
I don't know if
Del
it's
Marva,
on this end or
Pennsylvania.
on the front end.
Delaware, basically. That's way the fuck up there.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the one that's having this issue.
Right?
Back
Well, at
when
least somebody's in there.
yeah, somebody's got to have it.
That's one thing they do like over there on the East Coast is the stock
Did you get it on your
enduros.
phone?
Yeah.
Like they're everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I have people comment on stuff when I post something, say it's an Enduro car. And it'll be, one of our cars is full-blown race cars.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's not an Enduro car. That's, and I'm like,
Yeah.
look, y'all are fucking up. This is
Yeah.
an Enduro car. Like, not an Enduro in their sense. It's Enduro's an endurance.
Yes.
I don't know what they mean by Enduro, but over here, it's endurance.
It's
we're
like
running,
that.
We're running hundreds of laps.
It's Gambler 500 style. Like you take a $500 beater and just go race it.
I want to do that Gambler 500 pretty bad.
I do too.
I keep up with. There was another one, another top race like that. Fuck, I can't remember. I ran across it yesterday, and I can't think of the name of it. But it's like just shitbox racing or something, So I'd love to do.
What's
more
the
of
one that's the lemons?
that. Oh yeah, lemons.
Yeah, but that lemons ain't cheap. Like it's like $2,000 for an entry fee.
And you gotta have
lemons.
full fire suppression system.
Yeah, you got to have a
And,
badass cage. And what they say, like the cars are like, it's got to be a $500 car. Then you got to explain how it's a $500 car. You're looking like that's a $10,000 BMW. That is not no $500 car.
Yeah.
Like we would show up with a Honda Civic, and they'd be like, "Yeah, you're good. You ain't got to argue."
Yeah. When we show up, they're not even gonna ask.
Yeah, like
Yeah. You mean you spent that much money on this car? $500 for real?
it wasn't free.
Yeah.
Are you doing
The Enduro around the Northeast is basically a 100-lap demo dirt. Yeah. So we do. I don't know how long you follow us here, Bill, but we do 200 or 300 lap races. I'll piss all night.
Yeah, I'll take one.
And
Thank you.
anyways, it's like, well, we got one coming up that's 200 laps one night, 300 laps the next. This is all on dirt too, by the way. You shake it up. Good job. Thank you. And then we got a 275 lap race, but it's with like 150 cars at the 600.
Yeah.
So I mean, up one year it was like 204 cars, I think. That was
I know we started.
That was at Royal Purple.
Okay, yeah, Royal Purple had a bunch.
Yeah, that was the second year. I think,
and that was
crazy.
before it was the really good race cars. You had probably
we were
30.
still bringing pretty stock
Yeah.
stuff. You've seen a lot more four bangers and the Crown Vic type
Yes.
cars, and the rules allow. It was funny because I went out there with a car that was a dune buggy before I put a body on it and made it a race car. Still wasn't a race car.
Yeah.
Second lap, I get hit by a super late model. I was like, I think I'm in the wrong. I'm fucked up somewhere. I'm not in the right type of car.
Yeah.
So we started upgrading from there, but still a stock motor, we would be just as competitive.
Yeah.
But it's just gotten. I'm not going to say it's got out of hand because we're still budgeting and everything. We're all on the same page. Everybody's so much faster.
Yeah. Well, and there's still only so much your tires are going to hold. Like that's.
Well, yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't. I mean, you get a 410 or whatever super late model motor. Well, you can't. You're going to have to run slicks or 8-inch tire.
And I think that's guys down there at this last 600, early on that second day, there was some guys going flat out, and I'm like, they're planning on pitting at least once.
Oh, yeah.
They were trying to make up enough laps that they could come in and pit and go. And I'm driving around. I finished third the night before, but they added 100 laps, and I'm thinking that if I slow down 5% from what I did last night, my tires might last all 300 laps. And so I'm out there just idle, and guys are just have their stuff bent sideways and just getting it. And it's such a hard thing to deal with, just watching them roll by you like that.
That was pretty much Jesse doing that. That was Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his tires look good.
Well, he was on slicks. He was one of the few on slicks.
I burnt mine up, which my car wasn't handling good. And the wagon, I think I got a mount moving on the rear end. So it made it, I loosened it up for the second night, and it was even tighter.
Yeah.
And then looking at some of the pictures, my wheel isn't centered in the opening on the rear. So that's something I got to work on too. But also, I got that car, it's so wide, and I got the roof raked. I got the whole front end's kind of rounded up and stuff. And if I'm in traffic, that car is way tight. If I'm out in the open, it's a total different car. It's like an aero deal, I guess. I don't know.
Well, and some of it is like going to the smaller track has helped motor wise. Yeah. Because at Devil's Bowl, I took a 602 crate, and
that's what I normally run.
I had enough motor, I didn't tear the car up. Yeah. So we built the 377 roller motor, and I had enough motor, I tore the car up. Like, I'm not real good with a big motor because I'm giving it all the gas it's got. Yeah. So I'm going to tear it up.
Yeah, I've heard you on with a big motor.
Yeah, I'm going to tear it up. But I still have fun. And going to
it's hard not to gas on one.
I know. But going to that little track at 105, that was one that took the big motors out because I took my factory stock. Like, Enduro car didn't want to run, took the factory. And, I mean, it's a 350 stock-headed motor, 450 lift cam. And I had plenty of motor to run with them. Now, I got outmotored a couple of times. There's one guy I was like, I'll show you how fast I am. And I wasn't. Like, that dude had a motor. So, but I cruised at the bottom and passed him.
The only thing with the LS that we've done to it is put a different cam and valve springs in it, right? Everything else. And I just flipped it over to do that. We didn't pull no heads or nothing. We just turned it upside down and put a cam and then put the valve springs on it, aired up the cylinders. But one of the fun things, or interesting things, is being able to look back on, I try and log all that data and seeing that even with that engine, I wasn't wide open very often. There was, most.
Yeah, that's one cool thing about having the LS with, you can plug in and it tells you everything that happened.
Did.
Yeah. I'm like, well, we had plenty of motor because I wasn't even wide open very often,
I know you was fast last year at the 275, until you blew the whole.
I was wide open a little more there.
I mean, he hit me. He was going quick.
I was moving when Chris backed into me.
Yeah. I can't believe you'd wreck him from behind.
Yeah, I mean, I was just sitting under the flag stand.
Let's see, Billy said the Delmarva Chargers Sport Compact Racing Club. This is the link called the Four Bangers. Quick Motorsports. I think I've seen the Quick Motorsports online. Right? Indiana for the $100,000 win in April. Yeah. See, our Four Bangers over here are more like a beginner class, I would say, or not necessarily even beginner, just a budget class. It's like $200-300 a win.
Yeah,
I know out east it's like they're hopping them up and
those are race cars.
Yeah, those are race cars. Out here, it's literally put a cage in it, knock the windows out of it. They'll still have the stock steering wheels in them and shit. So.
And honestly, there's 5 guys that have race cars. You get over in the Dallas area, those IMCA guys, those guys are fast.
Yeah, but we just got a lot more rules where you can't soup nothing up.
Yeah, those I guess it's SCDRA. Those cars they're for sure race cars.
Yeah,
a lot of Honda stuff.
Did you get it figured out?
I just restarted it. I don't know what's happening.
Why don't you listen to Drops of Jupiter by Train? That's weird.
Well, that is.
I'm not saying it's a bad song. I'm just saying it don't fit what's going on right now.
I just lost. I don't know where my whole channel is.
I guess that's the end of your live then.
Yeah. We'll never recover from this.
There we go.
I guess you've been live the whole time, huh?
We're back. Make it. We'll make it happen.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna try to do the Enduro in Kansas?
I'm not.
I don't have nothing that will go that far and not break down or blow a tire out.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing. I want to say that's somewhere around the same time that I'm supposed to be.
It's in August.
In Australia, maybe.
I think it's the middle of August.
That would be a good time to get the fuck out of the heat. Go up there.
It's not going to be any cooler, I wouldn't think. It's just maybe some wind. That's the one thing we don't have.
Wind
yeah, we
here.
don't have wind.
We don't have wind. It's humid as fuck down there and windy.
But
I had to ask for permission to go to Arklatex. So.
Yeah, I don't have to ask for permission, but I do have to have money.
Which Arklatex is a haul from here. It's like 2.5 hours from here, isn't it?
Closer to 3, I think. Oof. Which is weird because if you look at a map, you're like, oh, that's not that far, but
yeah,
it is.
No, it seems like a long way because it took me probably an hour to get here.
Yeah.
And y'all's traffic over there in Chandler ain't no joke. Like, there's probably a fast way. I just don't know it.
No, there's not.
Oh,
no.
Okay. So,
absolutely not. Because there's only one way over the train tracks.
Yeah.
And that's.
But because for y'all have got to drive at least an hour and a half, 2 hours to go race somewhere.
Well, Highway 19 is right in an hour for me. That's probably a little closer for you. And then I think it's like RPM is like an hour 20 for me. Still a little closer for you, another 20 minutes closer, pretty much wherever if we're going north. And then Greenville's surprisingly only about an hour 40, Hunt County. Boot Hill's right at 2 hours. And then it just starts going up from there. So, yeah, there's nothing close, really.
And I don't know how many tracks I'd be out in 3 hours. Should I go to Rocket, 105, RPM, Kennedale? Because I'm on I-20.
2 really fucking close.
Yeah, I had 2 real close. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're the reason they both shut down, but
hey, I supported both of them until they closed.
So. Yeah, that's true. I was telling him that you and Michael always, that's how I met y'all, pretty much was running the records and stuff.
Yeah, we're always there. So
I was telling you, I got in a little incident one time where I got black flagged, and Michael pulls up in the wrecker, and he's just sitting there. He goes, "I ain't gonna let him fuck with you."
Yeah.
Tristan, that's our Canadian buddy. He said we're gonna run the Iowa Enduro. I'm not. That's the one I think that is on the same time frame as I'm supposed to be in Australia.
Yeah.
Early June. And also, I don't have nothing that can go that far. And then Dad's over here talking shit to us. He said, "I'll be nice to bring a box of rivets for y'all in case when Jesse pulls some loose when it goes past."
I'll bring the welder for the bumper again.
Yeah.
We'll be in the way. Jesse used the bumper on us.
Yeah, skinny down there.
Yep. I don't know who Elizabeth is. This family dinner? If we had something to eat, maybe you just did a video of us eat. Yeah, we eat afterwards.
Yeah. Very, very seldom does Stacy not have something cooked for us.
The only time she does it is when she's got to work late.
Yeah.
Which that one night nobody ate nothing. She come in, she's like, "Oh, I didn't eat nothing." It was like we didn't think about it.
With Skinny on there, we have the sticker up on the wall now.
Skinny's automotive.
We'll get something bigger eventually, but I put it together a day or so ago, but we decorated it mostly 30 minutes before we turned live on.
Yeah.
We hope you guys like it.
Yeah. Mom said she likes the new look.
And
what's Skinny say? He says, I seen Bill chime in. He definitely had that car going, and Jesse was driving his ass off after drinking whiskey that night. Bill told me he had the secret sauce on that motherfucker. Yeah, they were drinking that secret sauce. I think Jesse, he does pretty good hungover, I think. So,
and my son was drinking it too. With and I mean he's not 21, but he's in the Army National Guard and whatever. And so I'm of the opinion if he wants to do it, he can.
yeah.
And yeah, he was. But there got to a point where I was like, son, I'm going to bed.
The last time I seen Logan that night, I don't know how he was seeing where he was walking, not just because he was so drunk, but his eyes weren't open.
Yeah.
He was, whatever he was saying, just drunk, and Skinny's over there just laughing at him.
And he doesn't drink a whole lot.
Yeah.
And so when he does, he's not very good at it either. He's
when we played poker that night, he got all drunk, threw up before he even got to the camper.
He was writing songs before we.
Yeah, I got those saved.
Yeah.
Mom says she likes the new look.
Awesome.
Arthur said it looks great. 4-0 is Billy's favorite flag. That chooses the flag that I see right when you're in front of me. They'll wave that at you. Now Corey's pretty fast. He's the one with the green Nova.
Yeah.
There's two of them. It's him and his son.
Oh,
and his son's the one that's fast.
They're all.
Yeah.
They're always good.
Oh yeah.
Jesse says he's unemployed, so he's down to go to Kansas.
That's the only way I get to go anywhere because I don't have a job. So
yeah,
Jesse's newly unemployed. So if just because the business is shutting down,
right.
So if anybody has some oil field work, doing pushing and shit like that, selling, he's a good salesman too. So he's looking for work. Or he's looking for race cars to drive to make some money. He's one person that can do it.
He's
better than me.
The second day, he just kept going around me, man, at the 600. I'm like, the hell did he make it all the way back around again?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? My starts were like, 10, 15 seconds slower than everybody else, I felt like, too. So I was in there like, all right, he passed me. And then he passed me again. I was like, well, I guess I need to pick it up a little bit. And then he passed me a third time, and I was like, I'm not having this. I'm going to have to wreck you. But and then we end up finishing one lap from each other because we both broke at the same time.
And I was right there. We all were pretty close to the same lap out.
We're underwater over here.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what's up there.
Well, we're having bad weather, so
yeah. My new phone makes it clear.
Internet is not that great out here in East Texas. There's just not a one.
Well, that's why we do it here with the Wi-Fi, because at my house, like last weekend or this past weekend, no service because River Run is through the woods from it, right? Mm-hmm. Like a couple miles. When they have an event going on, no service. Can barely send a text message out. Fucking sucks.
I do think when we get Elon Musk on as a guest, maybe he'll give us the.
Yeah. We're just waiting on an email back.
Yeah, we're just waiting on him, and he'll bring his Starlink.
Yeah, hopefully he's got some other stuff going. So we'll wait and see.
Send his Starlink ahead of time. Be like, look, you guys set this up if I'm going to be on.
Yeah.
I don't want to get kicked off.
Yeah. So. We don't have any Tesla race cars. I don't know if he'll like that or not.
Hey, Starlink is good though. I will say that because I would have.
Jesse's wanting to get that at the place, and I was like, "Can it reach the shop?"
On Big O screen that he's got Starlink, and it messes me up because every time my phone connects to it, and because my wife was running at Boot Hill, so my phone connects to his Starlink every time. So I always got good internet everywhere he goes.
Seems like I was connected to his. At that Texas auction deal that we went to, and I didn't have no signal. He was like, "Here, just connect to my Wi-Fi," and he's like in the building with Starlink, and I'm just like, okay.
"Oh yeah." All of us, like, I was already hooked in, so I didn't have to worry about it. Everybody else, like, man, the signal sucks up here.
The mobile one, I mean, it's not that bad for the plan. I've looked at it. Like, they have one that that's a little more portable that you can take with you and stuff. Probably what he has, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, we're just not making enough money on this yet.
Yeah, we're looking for sponsors for this. We got Skinny's Automotives on here. We got Comprehensive Motorsports have helped us. All Tex Dirt Services helped us out and stuff. So if you're interested in having your name back here on the wall and in the flyers and stuff for this, we can definitely oblige you. We'd appreciate it. It helps out on our racing and just making this a better deal, really.
Right, yeah. We're trying to get a little better each week.
Yeah. Yeah. We're slowly. So I feel like we've done a little bit of something every week.
We have. Yeah.
So I had to spend a bunch of money to get a new phone, but that was one of my improvements. I went through like 3 phones since we started this. So
you just buying cheap ones, or?
Well, one just crashed on me.
Oh.
Lost everything. I don't have no pictures from Australia. Nothing from the 600. Nothing from a bunch all last year, pretty much.
Yeah.
It just crashed, and they can't fix it. And so I got out my backup phone. The little reason it was just I had it, and I replaced it because the mic was fucked on it, and the charging port was fucked on it. The screen's broke.
It's kind of hard to go live with that.
Well, yeah, like the audio sucked and everything. So finally, I was like, you know what? I'd make my living with my phone. Maybe I ought to get a good phone. And that was all shit that was out of date. I don't like change, you know. So I was just using something because I was comfortable with it. But the new phone, I'm liking it so far. I had to figure some shit out on it, but I'm really not as tech savvy as people think I am. You know, just like if somebody asked me to buy some race car, here's Chris's number. Have you asked Chris? Yeah, that's my go-to. I know a guy. You need to, let me call GT or Lee on this because they're the tech guys. I usually get the same phone as my buddy GT because he'll go through and figure it out, and then all I got to do is ask him instead of asking some Indian fellow named Pete.
Yeah,
that what's going on. That's how I usually do stuff.
Well, I think you done had him call me twice today. Like,
dude, that one day I come over to your house and he's like, I done got like 27 spam calls from these guys and these other. He's like, hey, buddy, he's like, let me fuck your sister. And he's like, you are disgraceful and all this stuff. He's like, come on, man, just let me fuck her one time. I was just like, oh my God.
Like the first 5, you're like, all right, man, I try to be nice to them. They just keep off. So it's like, fuck them. Like, I'm just going to say the most fucked up shit I can come up with.
Yeah, I've done some stuff. When the extended car warranty deal was big, everybody, I think nobody gets those no more because they're onto them about it.
Yeah. They
called me on it one time. And would you be interested? I said, sure. I said, what are you trying to get the extended car warranty on? My 84 square body or my 1990 school bus? Oh, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. What do you fucking mean?
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? You know?
Yeah. Like,
you want to extend the warranty. I really need some, sure, if it's still good, then let's do it.
I went off on an AT&T salesman one time because they called me. What they were talking about was a good enough deal. And like, we're going, and then he's all, okay, what's your name? And I'm like, no, we're like,
yeah,
because if you were everything you say, you would have my name right there in front of you,
Yeah.
But so I yelled at him.
I probably get more spam than y'all because I had if it's a Jamaican number, they're gonna be like Publishers Clearinghouse. Like, yeah, buddy, I know you didn't. I didn't want shit from you. Like you'll hear like a little kid crying in the back. You're like, yeah, this is not Publishers Clearinghouse. So
yeah,
I didn't sign up. I didn't win nothing on this deal.
You're at your house, dude.
Yeah.
You say, what are you talking about? Clearinghouse.
Oh, it was twice, Dave. You've been in a car wreck in the last 2 years. I'm thinking. First one, I was like, no. Are you sure? And I was like, just get fucked. So then the next one, I was like, I finally asked you, I was like, you want to suck my balls? That's the first thing I said. You want to suck my balls? And he's like, fuck you. Hangs up. Like, and it's always good they cuss you. Like, you're just going for that at that point. Yes. I know it made their day a little bit shitty.
Not the same, but my first driving suit was a Deist driving suit, and it was taking them forever to get down there, and then to get it done. And I called down there, and I think they were just like a grandma and grandpa deal. Like she was probably hand sewing that thing. I felt bad once I got a hold of him. I was pissed that it wasn't there in time, you know, and she just, her voice is shaky, and I'm just trying to get it out, you know. I'm thinking it's a big old company, you know.
She's like, I got this quilt I'm trying to get knocked out.
Yeah, she got to get a quilt done for somebody's
she's doing some doily
shower.
Doing some doily in table.
I'm trying as fast as I can, and I'm just like, oh, I felt all bad. You know? I wish I didn't yet, but still, I felt bad for even calling at that point.
I've ordered a couple of them, some nose pieces from a company, and they mostly do asphalt stuff. It's the only place that I could get that blue like we use.
Yeah.
And then I'd gotten a Caprice nose piece I used to have on the wagon. You remember that one that's kind of flat? It just looked different. That's the only reason I was wanting. And the shipping fucking sucks to get here. I wish I could order 10 of them. That way the shipping wouldn't be so bad. But anyways, I called in to order. It was same deal. It was just sweet older woman, you know. I mean, she might not have been that old, but she was just, you could tell she was, I mean, obviously older than me. It was kind of a mom and pop situation. And they're like, well, you know, if it's going to be a lot of shipping, and, you know, this, I said, look, y'all got the stuff I want. I said, I wish y'all was hooked up with somebody here. That way it wouldn't, you know, we need some competition over here on this stuff, because their stuff I think looks better than some of the others. And it was super nice lady. You know, I couldn't even be mad if it was about the shipping.
Right, yeah.
They was like she was trying to work with me, like, look, you know, if you order a few more, we could. I was like, oh, trust me, I'd love to. We're going to go through them. You know, Jesse's driving; he's going to tear the fuck out of them. But yeah, so I like dealing with people like that, though.
Yeah, and that, like myself with my business, I'll email back and forth with, and then they're like, how do you want me to pay? And I'm just like, however you feel comfortable, like PayPal, Venmo, or I can invoice you through my website, the business, you know. And they'll be like, well, okay, well, you know, how do you want me to say anything so you know it's me? And I'm like, I'm the only employee here. I'll like when you order it, as long as you order it with the same name I'm talking to right now, I'll know exactly where it's going. Like, not sweating it.
I had to mail some stickers out. Usually my mom takes care of my stickers. Well, I've got all of them right now, and somebody ordered some stickers online. And it took me, because being sick and this and that stuff going on, I just didn't get it. I didn't get it out. It was like 3 weeks late on it, and I felt bad about it. So I just wrote them a letter that said, I'm sorry, I'm a very irresponsible person. And I said, you know, they just sent it with the stickers. So hopefully they got them and understood that they weren't mad at me. Unfollow me or something.
Right. Well, at least they hadn't left you a comment saying they hadn't showed up yet.
I've had people that was ordering before Christmas on some wheel rings, and it was like custom stuff and things like that take a little bit, because Lee cuts all that stuff out for me. And he's got to do it when he gets time, because he's pretty much doing me a favor doing them. And he's got to do all the work basically. I clean them up and print, you know, ship them or whatever. That's time he cleans the damn things up before I get here.
Yeah.
So he's doing all the work. So I'm like, I'm not going to rush him. You got to take care of your business. You know what I mean? This shit can wait. Well, we'll get it out when it's ready, you know. And I had somebody like, well, we ordered yesterday and we haven't got any kind of confirmation that's mailed or not. We ordered on a Saturday night. Like, I'm not even gets mailed out on it. You know? Right. And I mean, I appreciate the business, but they just messaged me from 2 different accounts about it, and hitting me up on, you know, different social medias and email and stuff. And I'm like, it's this is not a business. This is a small operation. We're doing now. We got a bunch of shit going on. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even in town for like a week, and we still got it out within a week. Yeah. I was just like, oh my God. But yeah, Mom, don't judge me. All right, that's supposed to be your job, and I fucked up on that. But, well, it's been an hour.
It's cold.
It's cold. My feet are cold. My kneecaps are cold.
That's the thing. I mean, obviously, it's my shop. So I'll come out here sometimes when it's cold and put my feet up on, but just because having them down on the concrete when I'm there on the computer it makes them cold.
Oh yeah, yeah. It gets cold in my shop, and I'm just like, I don't even need to be up there. I don't even have to be up here. I'm just going on. I'm going on. I got a heat
Chris, if
blanket.
anybody wants tires or shocks, how do they get a hold of you?
Cut above. I try not to sell to the general public because y'all have to deal with them. I would rather not.
Yeah.
So sell to the dealers. Sean Graham's a dealer. We got a guy, Shannon Maurer, down there in Victoria.
Yeah.
And then Owen Pittman has some in Corpus Christi. And just kind of get with them. And Billy, he can get some tires if you need them.
Yeah, if you really got to deal with me. East Texas, anyways.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
But
I got his phone number. I know where he lives.
yeah,
And
I'm
then-
backed up on shocks right now,
Yeah, on
so I ain't
shocks.
trying to take on any more of them right now.
Well,
It's 2 weeks before race season. Everybody wants them.
Yeah, well, if you need what Integra's to get with
Integra,
get with
Gil
Mo
Morgan,
bags.
yeah. Gil Morgan.
Yeah,
on
get Morgan
Integra.
Bagley with Mo bags, suspensions, and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, in our flyer for this, I wrote your business names underneath there.
Yeah.
So if you are curious, get on there. You can comment, and we can send you a link to.
Did you get on like something and go look for the most flattering picture of?
I got the one with the cleanest shirt.
That's the cleanest
Yeah.
shirt.
That's
It
one
was
of the-
that. It was that. Or he had like a suit on. And I was like, people think this is Photoshop.
Right.
So this dude's always working. You never
Yeah,
you never
yeah.
see him and not in some work clothes. So
That
he said he wore that just.
Well, I knew if I changed like a racing T-shirt, he'd be like, "Oh, I see you dressed up." So I was like,
yeah.
Yeah,
"Well, the flyer has the dirty white tee, so we might as well bring it."
Yeah, that's what he's known for.
Our shop guy Chris out there, he's like he'll jump in and help out and do whatever, and he's would tend to be. I got on his Facebook just to look, but I think his wife's making him dress better now. But they don't have any pictures of him out there at the racetrack.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Hey, if you're not dirty, you're not working.
right? Addicted to dirt. Go buy some merch. And I got my red hat here.
Yeah, Dictator. I got my black one here. I love the rope hats.
I was
like those
going to wear the
stuff.
shirt, but it wasn't going to show up anyway.
So, yeah, they're fucked on that to this week. Maybe next week it's supposed to be a little warmer.
It's supposed to be a lot nicer next week.
Next month, one day, we're not sure if we're going to be live or we might be live. It's supposed to be midget wrestling.
Yeah.
Down the road here. So,
Hey, you at least gotta go live while you're there.
well,
Like,
that's kind of what we're thinking.
yeah,
So as long as they're not playing music that'll get us kicked off, we'll be there. And I'm gonna be very interested in what's going on.
you'll get drunk enough to try to fight one of the midgets.
Well, that's what they do for a living.
I've heard
So,
they will
yeah.
beat the shit. I've heard they will beat the shit out of you if you try to get on stage.
Dude. Yeah.
like they just clear the benches and all whoop the shit out of whoever gets on the stage.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't blame them. They definitely got to team up.
oh yeah, they will.
But yeah, so we're definitely doing that. I think that's the 25th. It's on a Tuesday. I was like, damn, it's a Tuesday.
Right after.
And then I was
solo.
like, but it's a Tuesday. Yeah, we're gonna be maybe if we win the solo, maybe we'll be back in time. We're getting drunk, we win.
I know we talked about the 600, but entries are open with that.
Entries are open. Go to Super Tech 600s on Facebook. I've been sharing their post
Yeah.
on Tip page and my personal page.
Kind of rebranded as the SuperTech 600.
Super Tech 600. It's going to be at Rocket. Transponders this year. Entry fees up a little more because it includes the transponder fee. I don't mind that.
100. I seen him comment 150 to 175 car max.
Yeah.
Starting all cars together, 300 laps a night.
Yep, and it's like 20. I think it's 58,000 total payout.
Yeah.
So and if you win both nights, $25,000, not $2,500, $25,000.
Right.
And if you ever been to Rocket, the track's roomy. You can go off the infield. You can go on the outside.
Arguably,
You don't have to worry about
the
it.
nicest track in Texas.
Yes, it is set up for enduro racing.
Yeah, 2-ply toilet paper in the bathroom.
I think they might have AC now. It was pretty nice. We went and picked the bus up there.
Yeah, it was. And then I got to make track record in a school bus.
Yeah.
So there, and I don't know. I did pretty fast in Corpus, but I think Owen after a few beers, I seen Owen going around there with a bunch of kids that was hauling the mail down Corpus. So I don't know. I don't know if I got the record down there still.
The kids were either screaming in terror or they were having fun. The adults were scared as hell.
Yeah. The kids
didn't know no different.
They didn't feel the danger.
Right. Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see y'all next week. Tori, I'll definitely you can go ahead and send me those pictures just for future references.
This is not. She got too many photos.
But thank y'all for joining along, and we'll see y'all next time. Yeah, Owen, think you still have recorded? Man, I lost all that video on my phone. Owen's gonna hop on last minute.